filius meus. Meus means mine in masculine. Feminine is mea, and neutral is meum. Meus, mea, meum. Genitivus filii mei, dativus filio meo, accusativus filium meum. I see my son. Video, I see. Filium meum. Video filium meum. Accusativus filium meum. Ablativus filio meo. So filius meus, filii mei, filio meo, filium meum, filio meo. And let's see some sample sentences. Nominativus. Hic est filius meus Johannes. This is my son John. This is son of mine by the name of John. Hic est filius meus Johannes. Genitivus. Filii mei nomen est Johannes. The name of my son is John. Filii mei, of my son, of mine, nomen, name, est Johannes. Filii mei nomen est Johannes. Dativus, do, which means I give. Dare is to give. And ego do means I give. Do, donum, a gift. Do donum filio meo Ioanni. Accusativus video filium meum Ioannem. Video filium meum, I see the son of mine. And ablativus loquor, I speak. Loquor. Loquor de filio meo Ioanne. I speak about my son John. Loquor de filio meo. So that was the second declension. Let's look at the third one, which we already mentioned in the beginning, but for the sake of proper order, let's go over it again. Third declension is pater. Nominativus pater, genitivus patris, dativus patri, accusativus patrem, ablativus patre. Nominativus pater noster qui es in celis. Genitivus in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Dativus gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto. Accusativus credo in unum Deum Patrem omnipotentem. Ablativus credo in Spiritum Sanctum qui ex Patre filioque procedit. Ex Patre. So that was the third declension. Fourth declension, I chose the word fletus, which means crying or wailing. Fletus. Nominativus fletus. Genitivus fletus. Dativus fletui. Accusativus fletum. Ablativus fletu. And sample sentences. Nominativus fletus purgat peccata. Wailing cleanses sins. Fletus purgat peccata. Genitivus audio vocem fletus sui. I hear the sound of his crying or of her crying. Audio vocem fletus sui. Fletus, of the crying. Dativus fletui. Finem pone fletui tuo. Put an end to your crying. Finem pone fletui tuo. To your crying. Accusativus. O quantum fletum audivi. Oh, how much wailing I heard. O quantum fletum audivi. Ablativus fletu. Fletu auxilium petit. He asks or she asks for help with wailing, with crying, with tears. Fletu. Ablativus is sometimes used to express instrumentality. Through the instrumentality of crying, fletu auxilium petit. So again, fletus, fletus, fletui, fletum, fletu. That's the fourth declension. And the final one, the fifth declension, I chose as a sample the noun res, res, which means a thing. Res publica is a public thing, from which we have our word, the republic. Res publica. Nominativus, well actually in this instance I chose to connect the noun with an adjective, nova, a new thing. So nominativus is res nova. Genitivus rei nove. Dativus rei nove. Accusativus rem novam. Ablativus re nova. So notice that nova is following the first declension and res is the fifth. So each word has to follow its own declension. Novus, nova, novum, which means new, masculine novus, feminine nova, neutral novum. So in feminine it's nova, and therefore it has to follow the declension of the first declension, for which we use the example of terra. So just as it was terra, terre, terre, terram, terra, in this case it is nova, nove, nove, novam, nova. But res is the fifth declension. So it's res nova, nominativus, genitivus rei nove, dativus rei nove, accusativus rem novam, ablativus re nova. And let's look at some sample sentences. Nominativus res nova et curiosa. A thing that's new and curious, interesting. Res nova et curiosa. Et means and. Now in English we use et slightly in a different fashion from Latin. In English we usually say something and something else. In Latin we can say et hoc et illud, and this and that. In which case in English we would use both this and that. But in Latin we can say et in the beginning of the sentence. But that's just an observation which doesn't really have anything to do with the declension that we are discussing right now. So again, nominativus est res nova et curiosa. Genitivus studium rei nove, the study of a new thing. Rei nove. Again, the adjective comes after the noun, unlike in English, because it's literally saying study of a thing new. Studium rei nove. Dativus rei nove. Rei nove faveo. Faveo. I favor a new thing, or to a new thing I favor. We have to get used to the idea that Latin and English have different forms, and not everything corresponds in Latin to the way we speak in English. The order of words is different and concepts are expressed differently. So slowly we have to get used to that, and gradually we will have to introduce more and more Latin and more think in Latin actually, and slowly wean ourselves away from English. Right now I'm doing a lot of talking in English, but eventually I would like to cover entire lessons without having to resort to English, or only as little as possible. So again, dativus rei nove faveo. Accusativus video rem novam. I see a new thing. Video rem novam. And ablativus loquor, I speak, loquor de re nova. I am talking about a new thing. Loquor de re nova. So by way of a summary, a synopsis, we should keep in mind that there are 5 declensions, and I chose a particular noun for each. The first one is terra, and the theme or the letter that governs that declension is a. Second one is filius. The governing letter there is O. Third one is pater. The governing letter there is a consonant. The fourth one is fletus. Governing letter is U. And the fifth one is res. And the theme letter there is E. Terra, A. Filius, O. Pater, consonants. Fletus, U. Res, O. In order to part of instruction should have nothing to do with intellectual comprehension and with explanations, but part of it should be an exposure to Latin and to the experience of hearing it and being able to become gradually familiarized with it. And in order to exercise Latin, let me repeat all of the samples that we have heard so far without any interruption and without any mixing in of English and of translations. So I will go from the first to the 5th declension and read all the samples that we have heard so far. Domini est terra et plenitudo eius. Vos estis sal terrae. Ve terrae quia descendit diabolus ad vos. In principio creavit Deus caelum et terram. Eduxi te de terra Aegypti. Hic est filius meus Ioannes. Filii mei nomen est Ioannes. Dodonum filio meo Ioanni. Video filium meum Ioannem. Loquor de filio meo Ioanne. Pater noster qui es in celis. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto. Credo in unum Deum Patrem omnipotentem. Credo in Spiritum Sanctum qui ex Patre Filioque procedit. Fletus purgat peccata. Audio vocem fletus tui. Fletus sui. Finem pone fletui tuo. O quantum fletum audivi. Fletu auxilium petit. Res nova et curiosa. Studium rei nove. Rei nove faveo. Video rem novam. Loquor de re nova. So we have covered all 5 declensions, and we will be able to move on to something new in our next 15 minutes a day of Latin.